Welcome back to News Across Nigeria. For more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. Log on to m.channelstv.com to watch us on your mobile device or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows devices from their respective stores. And the Channels TV and Channels 24 apps will give you access to news and updates. You'll also have access to the Eyewitness feature, with which you can share those pictures, videos and news of happenings around you. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu and follow the instructions. Nigeria's Air Force counter-terrorism team now has an opportunity to learn new skills on assets protection and regimentation from the United Kingdom. The trainers from the UK will engage Nigerian Air Force officers and airmen in field and academic exercises as part of strategies to improve skills and capacity of Air Force personnel. The Air Officer Commanding Training, Air Vice Marshal Christopher Okoye, says about 300 Air Force personnel are expected to undergo the training, which will last for 6 weeks. The UK military team leader, Air Commodore John Rhys, explains that the partnership between the UK military and Nigeria's armed forces was born out of the commitment of the present administration in waging war against global terrorism and violent extremism.
That's why we brought in our British partners to train our regiment personnel in how to protect our air assets and also how to operate in ground complex environments. That's why they are here to assist us in capacity building. We have young officers, flying lieutenant. We have some senior NCOs who will form the bulk of the trainer team, and we have the other lower cadre of NCOs who will be the other element of the training team.
So can I start by saying the UK apportions a high degree of importance on supporting Nigeria in capacity building. We're trying to produce a bespoke force for a bespoke task in training the Nigerian Air Force Regiment to be an AirFP exponent.
In the meantime, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Iborete Ibas, has called on men of the Nigerian Navy to hold in high esteem the statutory mandate of the Navy, which entails ensuring peace and maintaining security of lives. The Navy boss spoke through the Chief of Naval Training Operations, Rear Admiral Adeniyi Yoshinowo, while on a visit to Calabar, following last week's clash between men of the Navy and the police. He visited the Akem police station, which was affected by the incident, and those injured in the violence.
In respect of the unfortunate incident that occurred past week involving some men of the Nigerian Navy and those of the Nigerian Police Force. These are two agencies that are mandatorily required to maintain peace and security in the course of the activities and protection of the people and environment of Cross River State. I'm also here to reassure the various agencies, including the state government, that the Nigerian Navy remains committed to ensuring that we remain committed to the peace and security of the state, first level, to ensure this is sustained and renders such an incident as this to the background of an accident.
Now, the governor of Bayelsa State, Seriake Dixon, has approved 1 billion naira as counterpart funding for an education grant from the federal government. The money, according to Governor Dixon, is part of the robust policies of his administration to invest in education infrastructure. He called on parents to take advantage of the policy to ensure their children obtain sound education.
The UB board that I just been sworn in will access 1 billion tomorrow, and they have instructions to begin to liaise with the SUBEB board in Abuja to see how we can begin to access our funds. We will appreciate if the House and the National Assembly, in your wisdom, can come up with any mechanism that will enable us continue to access, us and all other states, continue to access UBA funds on terms that are slightly less cumbersome because of the recession. And yet, within the boundaries of those limitations, month after month, whatever is left, more than half of what is left after paying salary goes to fund education.
Governor Seriake Dixon of Bayelsa State. Now, to talk more on this, we are joined on the program by the Commissioner for Education, Bayelsa State, Maxine Fegega. Thank you for joining us on the program. Thank you for your time. Mr. Fegega, it's a huge amount of money being spent on the state's education sector, and this matches the counterpart funding from the federal government. What specific areas of the sector will benefit?
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Fegega, if you can hear me now. A huge amount of money is being spent on the state's education sector from what the governor...
Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear. What specific areas will benefit from this funding, considering the fact that there's also some counterpart funding from the federal government? Okay, I'm afraid we'll have to continue that conversation at a later time, Mr. Fegega. We seem to be, we cannot communicate with you right now. Well, moving on now, over 2,000 youths across Kano State have been empowered through skill acquisition program spearheaded by UK-based Mafita project. The youth are drawn from 44 local government areas of the state as part of plans to empower marginalized young people. This is an addition to the various other programs put in place by the state government.
Mafita is a 6-year DFID-funded program that seeks to help 68,000 marginalized people between the ages of 15 and 24 to find a full-time employment or become self-employed by the year 2021.
People by April 2018.
In Kano State, northwest Nigeria, 2,500 youths are taking part in this program, which the state government expects will help them out of poverty.
The state development plan is to rebuild the Kano into a dynamic, diversified, and competitive economy in which all citizens are able to realize their full potentials in a secure and decent environment.
It's also part of the administration's commitment to strengthen the youth vocational skills and support human capacity building.
We're going to train over 20,000 youths here in Kano State. At the end of the training, Your Excellency, we initiated a policy where we give empowerment materials or tools and then a working capital.
The Mafita team believes there is a long list of contributing factors to the growing unemployment in the region.
We are very much targeting the marginalized youth to give them a chance to get out of the marginalization and of the poverty they are living in now, to give them an option to begging on the streets and to give them an option for a better life.
The Mafita project is focusing on 3 states of Kano, Kaduna and Katsina to support market systems provide sustainable income generation opportunities.
Still ahead on the program, Anambra State Governor reassures residents of the state that he's going to embark on more developmental projects. Join us again.